What up, YouTube? It's your boy ABC Delicious. I'm back yet again with another video. So for this video, I wanted to try something a little bit different. I'm really into technology, especially cell phones. In fact, some people might say I'm a little bit too into it, but I do like watching YouTube channels such as Shout It Out, MKHD, Flossie Carter, Mr. Who's the Boss, Mr. Mobile, just to name a few, because I'm very interested in cell phone technology, and I also like the way that a lot of YouTubers will kind of approach technology and try to kind of delineate the information and explain the information in an interesting way. So forgive me, I thought I would give it a shot today because I just got a new phone, the Huawei Mate 20X. Yes, the ban is lifted, and I figure I'm about to get rid of this Note 9. I thought I would do a little bit of a unboxing as well as just my overall impressions, experience using the phone because I've had it for about 5 months. And forgive me, do not compare these to the better YouTube channels out there. I'm just giving this a whirl because it's a little bit different from my usual content. And this is my first time, so hopefully you enjoy it. Anyway, so here we go. So basically, I also apologize about the camera angle. I'm using my stand. I don't have a camera, so hopefully in the future, if I decide to keep doing this, it will get better. Also, I'm not trying to make this video too long, so if you want more comprehensive or better quality video, obviously go to the other YouTubers that I just named, or in fact, there's a ton of other YouTubers who do really good, comprehensive, informative, and funny phone reviews. So you should definitely check them out. So anyway, so this is the Note 9. And basically, the first thing I recommend is probably getting a case for the phone. I got what is this case? This is Rhino Shield. It's been a really good case. I've had it for the full 5 months. There's been no real dents or anything. If you look at the corner of my phone up here, I basically used a marker and filled it in. There's a little bit of a dent, aesthetically pleasing to me, and I'm just kind of like a OCD weirdo like that. And I also recommend, everybody out there always recommends D-brand. I also put a skin on the back. I don't know if you could see it. It's very cute, little cats or whatnot. And the only reason I say to do that is because even if you rock a case, which I usually do with all my phones since A1, I always feel like if you're constantly taking your phone out, putting it back in, even if you're very super careful with it, it might leave some, who knows, micro abrasions or some little tiny micro scratches that you don't even see. So I always feel at the end of the day, just to be more safe and secure, just to always put a back skin on it. I always get the screen protector. Usually recommend a glass one, just in case, because if you drop it, thank God, I've never had the misfortune, but if you ever drop it and it does crack, it's gonna crack the screen protector and not the phone itself. So definitely recommend you do that, probably over the plastic ones. So let me do a quick unboxing in case you're just curious. So in the box, you open it up. Let's see what's in here. Let's see here, it's been a while. Here we go. So, in the box, you basically have all the normal stuff. You're gonna have a SIM injector tool. You're gonna have, I haven't even touched any of this stuff. There was a USB cable, but obviously I'm using that. And I believe Samsung supports the fast charging as well. And you have a charging brick. And there are also, here we go. There are headphones and other stuff which I haven't touched because I have my own headphones that I use. Anyway, that's basically it for that, the normal stuff. So, the phone itself, I would say for daily use, I basically upgraded from a Samsung S9 Plus, which again, in itself is basically very similar to this phone. And I quite enjoyed it, but I would only say the S9 Plus, I felt like I had to constantly recharge the phone like at least 3 to 4 times a day. I guess you could say I'm a heavy user, and I'm also one of those guys, I don't like to let my battery go into like 20% or maybe 10%. I always like to recharge around 40 to 50% just in case. But again, like all the other YouTubers say, and I'm gonna say it too, your usage is gonna vary by what you do. So for me, when I'm on my commute, I like to watch YouTube, I like to watch movies, I like to listen to music, I like to listen to podcasts, I also talk to people online. Line, in case North Americans or Europeans are wondering, is the messaging app that people in Asia use, primarily Taiwan, Korea, Japan, Thailand. That's very popular here. For the phone itself, I would say that the positives. Phone is very bright, very immersive. It has a Quad HD screen, and I believe it has, if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments down below, but I think it has a PPI of 516, so it gets very bright, and it's really good for outdoor use, especially in the sun, so you don't have to worry about that. And in fact, before I went to the Samsung Note 9, I got a Vivo next, and I could tell right away the difference between the screens. Like they say, Samsung makes some of the best screens in the business. I think they even provide screens for other companies such as Apple, so they know what they're doing. So even my Huawei Mate 20X, which I like, I can already tell it's a step down because the Huawei is a full HD screen. So is it gonna ruin your overall experience? No, but it's gonna be a little bit less bright, a little bit less detailed, not as nice, not as shiny, if you will. And if you guys are interested, I'll probably do a review on my initial impressions of the Huawei, which I just picked up a few days ago, which I'm very much enjoying, and which I'm shooting this video right now. Screen's really good. So the Samsung Note 9 has a Snapdragon 845 chip. It's really fast, it's really speedy. You're not gonna notice any lag, which I heard was a problem from previous iterations of Samsung, and it's really good. The only thing I would notice is sometimes if I'm doing a lot of multitasking on the phone, just very infrequently, there's some instances where I notice it will like maybe lag, or like it takes a second to do something, but that's in the most extreme cases. Otherwise, apps are really good. They open up really fast. I don't play, even though I have look at all my games. I have a bunch of games. I don't play any of these. They're just wasting space. But with my experience, games run pretty fast, they're pretty smooth, so you won't have an issue playing any of your favorite games, any high-intensive games. Obviously, if you want more information about that, you can go to like other YouTubers' channels and check it out. What else? Camera's really good. For this phone, I was coming from a Xiaomi Mi Max 2, which is a pretty good phone. It's like definitely a mid-range or even lower tier phone. It had a really big screen, but the camera was like not good at all. So with the Samsung, overall in the daytime, you're not gonna have any issues taking any pictures. And so it's gonna look really good, point and click. They even have a nice feature on here where they think a picture was bad or blurry. It will notify you about that, so you can go ahead and take another picture. So that definitely has helped me out before. As far as nighttime goes, nighttime is pretty good. The only thing I would say, if you're like in a bar or a very dark place, sometimes it has a little bit of issue capturing the ideal picture that you want. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you some of the pictures that I took in daytime and nighttime, so you can see some of the samples. Obviously, if you want more comprehensive stuff, go to Mr. Who's the Boss, or go to Mr. Mobile, or go to Tech Tablets, or go to the Tech Chat. These are just some of the channels I frequent, so they could definitely do more of that. Besides that, it's pretty good. It has a slow motion capability. Kind of hokey because it's really good, but you can only use it, in my opinion, you have to use it in places that have a lot of light. And so for example, if it's nighttime, it's basically rendered useless. And the only thing is with the Samsung one, it automatically starts when it senses movement. So that means until like something is happening, it's not gonna start the slow motion. So for example, if you're doing something and it's over quickly, sometimes it won't be able to capture what you want. So just be aware of that. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you some samples right now. So check it out. Tell me what you think. Okay, back to the phone. Besides that, I've already mentioned it. It has a very bright screen. It's a 6.5 Quad HD Super AMOLED screen. Obviously, if I'm saying any of the terminology wrong, I apologize. You can talk about it in the comments down below. Very super fast. It has the Snapdragon 845, which I already talked about. Another thing that I love about the phone, obviously, it has a headphone jack, which you can check right there. I'm a Bluetooth guy. It's nice sometimes, like when my Bluetooth is charging or I just don't want to sync up, that I can just plug in my headphones. And in fact, I'm actually using the enclosed Samsung AKG headphones that they provide with you, which I think are really good. They've lasted me a long time. The sound is really good. The output's really good. Pretty bassy, I would say. So it's really good. So besides that, what else can I say? I love that you can throw a micro SD card up to, I don't know if it's 512. I have a 400 gigabyte micro SD card in this bad boy. So that's just gonna let you put a lot of media, pictures, video, movies, which I like to do. I'm kind of a media whore, no offense to whores out there, just kidding. And because I got is the 128 gigabyte, 6 gigabyte RAM version. There's also, I believe, a 512 gigabyte and also a 1 terabyte, but I'm not Bradley Cooper, I'm not Brad Pitt, I can't afford that. So compared to Apple, which I also like, even if you get to the lower tier model, the 128 gigabyte, and you're worried about memory management and having too much stuff on it, you're gonna feel very safe because you just go out there, you get a micro SD card. So I have that in there, it runs really smooth. I like to like just jam it with a lot of movies, so that's good. And it's IP68 water resistant. Obviously, Samsung has recently gotten in trouble because they got sued, I think, for saying that they're waterproof and doing all the ads where they're like taking pictures underwater and snorkeling and stuff like that. But you can't do that. You can't take pictures underwater. It's kind of a little bit like misleading, I guess. But overall, it's dropped it in water a few times or dunked it by accident or rained on. Living in Taiwan, so it rains all the time. And no worries. Basically, sometimes if it gets too wet, it will just, and you try to charge it, it'll just say the phone is wet, give it some time to dry, and it's not going to charge. But besides that, you're good to go. Dry, and it's not going to charge. But besides that, you're good to go. The S Pen, I'm not going to lie. Some people out there, especially you like artsy fartsy people, you're really going to love it. For me, I don't really use it. I use it a little bit just to F around with, but I'm not really a artistic type. The best I could do is stick figures, so for me, it's kind of a non-issue. But for some people, they're artists, they really like to draw, they like to sign documents. It's very important to them. This would be a huge differentiator for them, like a huge reason why to get this. And the good thing about this is it charges in the phone, there's a slot to put in the phone, and if you leave it in the phone for 1 minute, it's charged up and you can use it for at least half an hour. So it's really quick. Another good thing about it is you can use this to take pictures. It's Bluetooth, so you press this and you can take some pictures with it. I tried it a little bit. I'm not a master of it. The thing is, you have to find a place to prop it up, I guess. Like, I've tried to use it. I'm not really a selfie guy. I'm not a 14-year-old Korean girl, so I'm not really good at taking selfies, even though I have like long Scottie Pippen arms. I'm just not used to it. I don't like it. I just prefer someone else take a picture of me than doing that. I just don't like that whole beautification thing, and it just looks weird to me. But I've tried it. It works, so you're able to take pictures with it. So this could be huge for someone else who is really into selfies, and with this, it just makes life a lot easier. And then obviously, played around with it a little bit. When you're listening to music, you can use it to, you know, go forward, go backwards, so that's pretty cool, to pause. So it will make your life a little bit more convenient. So I would say, if you're really into it, this is one of the only flagships that have this. If you're not into it, I still recommend the phone itself. Like, battery life, it's a step better than the Samsung S9 Plus that I had for a while. I would say, again, usage is gonna vary. I get about, if I don't, because I charge all the time because I'm very paranoid and OCD. I think if you don't charge, you could probably get about, I think, 5 hours on screen time. So not the best, not the worst. You could obviously toggle down and put it into power saver mode, or turn down the QHD and put it to full HD to try to get more battery, I guess, or even turn off the always on display. But if you got a Ferrari, are you gonna drive it 30 miles an hour? No, I'm not gonna sacrifice the quality of my screen just to get a couple more minutes. Or I think if you're a light user or medium user, you could probably get through it all day. For me, I couldn't get a full day through it. So the sound itself, pretty good. It has dual speakers coming from the bottom and the top, and they're arranged by, they'll be surround. So they get pretty loud, they're pretty good. Are they the loudest? No, probably not. My Huawei Mate 20X is definitely louder, as well as I heard the Google Pixel, which I've never had. It gets pretty loud, or what's the other one? Like the Asus gamer phone, that kind of thing. So at the end of the day, do I recommend this phone? Yes, because when it first came out 6 months ago, it was basically $1,000, which I think is crazy to be spending equivalent of laptop money on a cell phone. But now, 6 months later, you have a contract. If your contract is up for renewal, you could definitely pick it up for cheaper, or even eBay, Amazon right now, I'm seeing it for like about $500 US. So I definitely think for that price, it's a really good phone. I guess you could get the OnePlus 7 Pro, you could get the Samsung S10 Plus, but I feel like the S10 Plus doesn't offer that much more. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, please comment down below. You could also get, what else is out there? You could get, obviously, the Huawei P30 Pro, which I heard has like the best cameras in the game right now, but again, the screen is inferior to the Samsung S10 Plus and even the Note 9. You get an iPhone, but iPhone XS Max, really expensive. So yeah, I think that's about it. Wow, this video was a lot longer than I thought it would be. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And please, if you did enjoy this video, please like, subscribe, comment. It really does help me out. And I'm just trying to figure out different content I can do for my channel, so I know this is a little bit rough, so please excuse me. But anyway, that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one, okay? Peace!